This is Nancy Form reporting live at the Vigo County Courthouse for MFTV. Today, Judge Susan Hammershaw
Press is going to have a field day with this one.
has been a difficult trial to hear. Today, Lieutenant Connie Patrick will know her fate.
Patrick's, a stem cell researcher, has been charged with human cloning, conspiracy to clone, embezzlement, fraud, theft, and murder.
She used to clone's kidneys for her own medical purposes.
After which she gave birth to the child and then smothered the child so she could lose its kidneys. The big question right now is it murder or not? For full coverage on the judge's decision, keep it right here to CSN. I'm Bree Richard reporting live here in Vigo County. Back to you. Your Honor.
Judge Hammershaw, this is Dr. Costas. Please call me as soon as you get this message.
I did not want to be remembered like this.
Come in.
That's just the way it's going to be.
There's no way I can allow my client to go in for a private.
Sorry, gentlemen. Your Honor, I'm sorry. I tried to stop him.
Dr. Richardson, come in and have a seat.
Your Honor, you have no right to insist on a private deposition when he has already testified to the full extent of his knowledge in this case.
What a call, sir. Are you trying to insinuate that what happened out there? But, Your Honor, you said
Your
that.
Honor, there is no legal precedent.
I have warned you. I'm not telling you again. Now shut up.
Dr. Richardson.
Dr. Richardson, don't say a word. I'm telling you, I'm not advising you.
Oh, Your Honor,
You do not
please.
want to
Get out.
perjure yourself.
That's it. Out, both of you. Get out of my chamber.
Not you, Doctor. You stay.
Dr. Richardson, I'm warning you. Do not.
I am warning you, counselor. One more word and I'm going to hold you in contempt. Now don't you tempt me. Get out.
Dr. Richardson.
You're in contempt. Out. Out.
There is only one problem with a lawyer who is buried up to his neck in sand.
What's that?
Never seems to be enough sand. I want you to know that this is off the record, Doctor. I just need to know that I have a total picture here.
Completely off the record.
Yes, Doctor. Completely off the record. Have a seat. I heard a lot of words today, Doctor, that I just did not understand. And I need you to talk to me in words that I will understand.
I'm not sure exactly what you want me to tell you.
No scientific terms, jargon, lingo. I need to know that I understand the scientific end of this.
Okay.
Let's do it like this. I'll tell you what I understand, and you tell me if I misunderstand anything, even in the slightest. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defendant impregnated herself with a clone from her own DNA. My first question is, did you or any of your colleagues aid her in any way?
No, ma'am. She was completely on her own.
And she was physically capable to do this completely on her own?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, yes, ma'am. Just as she testified.
I wonder if any other researchers have tried to do this.
Not successfully.
You want to explain that?
Well, for the past 8 or 9 years, there have probably been almost as many undocumented attempts as there have been documented ones. I mean worldwide. They're usually done with the DNA and the private funding of someone obscenely wealthy and the surrogate womb of some girl that needs money.
So?
Well, even if the clone makes it full term and is born, they usually don't last very long. And they're usually horribly disfigured, externally and internally.
Doctor, are you trying to tell me that there's a bunch of little clones out there running around? Because if you are, I mean, if you people are over there pumping these out, human cloning it's extraordinarily illegal.
The majority of the documented and undocumented cases are perfectly legal under
Undocumented. Legal.
Are perfectly legal under the Therapeutic Cloning Act that provides for an aborted fetus or an unborn clone's organs to be harvested and or for stem cells for research.
I am perfectly aware of the Cloning Act and its allocations, Doctor.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I didn't mean any disrespect.
Then what's the reason for all of these undocumented attempts? Excuse me a minute, Doctor. Yes?
Judge Hammershaw,
Yes.
I'd like you to come by the office sometime today.
Why?
We need to talk in person.
Tell me.
I can't. I'm not allowed to talk about it over the phone.
Alexander, it's me. Tell me.
I'm not supposed to talk about this on the phone at all.
Tell me!
Susan, you've been bumped off the transplant list. That's why I want to speak to you in person. Hello? Susan, are you there? Hello? Susan?
So tell me about these undocumented attempts.
Without being too technical.
Yes.
Well, as unreliable and expensive as the artificial womb is, it's still cheaper than going the surrogate route.
Really?
Yes, Your Honor.
Continue.
Actual wombs have a much higher chance of going full term.
So what's the reason for these undocumented attempts?
There are some individuals that would pay millions for the anonymity.
All right. I mean, if a surrogate womb is so much better than an artificial one, why would anyone want to use anything but? And how can a surrogate womb be more expensive than an artificial one with all the equipment?
There are so many intrusive maintenance factors, weekly procedural surgeries, and the health maintenance of the surrogate mother to contend with that makes it just too expensive to be practical yet.
Unless one utilizes all resources at one's disposal. Resources, Doctor? DNA, womb, the unique resources available only to a cloning researcher.
Your Honor?
She cloned herself, Doctor. And she did it selfishly. She did it to grow kidneys. Now, correct me if I am wrong, but if she didn't have them replaced within 10 months, she would die. She murdered the infant her, Doctor, and then she rushed to the hospital that was treating her, insisting that the baby died of SIDS. And then the doctor treating her advised her that she should use the kidneys from this.
He testified that he thought that this was a naturally occurring child's death.
He advised her that she could use the kidneys to save her own life. This is a newborn's kidneys we're talking about here, right, Doctor?
They treated the kidneys with a growth hormone for a week that brought them to full maturation. It's done all the time.
And then they whisked her off to this miraculously successful surgery. Isn't that a bit convenient, Doctor? You were with her, weren't you, Doctor?
Yes. Well, of course I was. She is a very good friend of mine.
She murdered the child. The child did not die of SIDS. The child was suffocated to death. An autopsy proved that the child had been murdered.
I met up with her in the hospital, along with the rest of my colleagues.
The only thing, and you know, the only thing this 50s sci-fi drama is missing is a 100-foot woman or zombies or something.
She didn't actually commit murder.
Thank you, Doctor.
She was just being innovative and resourceful and well within the confines of the law.
That will be all. God forgive me for what I'm about to do.
All rise. It's a madhouse. We have people cordoned off outside.
After much consideration, after much consideration, I am forced to come to the conclusion that since this child was actually conceived with the intent of harvesting kidneys, it then falls under the category of therapeutic cloning and not reproductive cloning, which is indeed illegal and unquestionably unethical. Therefore, in the eyes of this court, and since therapeutic cloning has been deemed legal by the Supreme Court, and it is legal, and therefore not a crime, nor an act of murder. There will be no trial. This court is adjourned, case dismissed.
All rise.
For he causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. Who is she?
This is Elizabeth. She's sort of the whole team's daughter. She was an earlier undocumented attempt at cloning a human being. This child is her. And Elizabeth, the one who called in the smother. Elizabeth said she wanted justice. She felt the smothered infant was her. You see, technically, it was.